I know this channel has been more gaming news related lately as I move much of my more politically motivated content over to Midwestly, which will be linked in the description, well, in the pinned comment below anyway. But this topic, this one hits close to home, and I decided it deserves to be on the main channel. Now, for many of you who are new to the channel, you might not know this, but I am friends with Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad, as well as Marcus Meechan, also known as Count Dankula. In fact, Count Dankula and I have a podcast with Bearing that we do every Wednesday called The Incredible Salt Mine. I want to be upfront with everyone and let you know where my loyalties lie. Now, above all personal friendships, truth and honesty lies above even that. And when you combine dishonest, quote, reporting, air quote, with liable statements, articles meant to financially damage my friends, articles meant to damage their reputation, to lie about them, well, then I get a little motivated. And this is Mark DiStefano, the man that wrote a slanderous, liable, lie-filled piece about Count Dankula, which eventually led to his entire channel being demonetized. If you don't know who Count Dankula is, well, he's the guy that taught his dog a trick and then was prosecuted by the UK government for teaching his dog a trick they found offensive. So I'm aware of DiStefano through Count Dankula. He is a lying fraud. And if there are good reporters at Buzzfeed, you know, guys like this aren't doing them any favors. I always find it ironic, you know, when you have BuzzFeed.news. If we looked at you like an honest news outlet, you probably wouldn't have to include news in your name, but that's neither here nor there. We have the gaming community, Discord, and smear pieces, something we're all used to. The article reads fantastically, full of ridiculous, out-of-touch boomerisms. A YouTube standing as UKIP candidate invited supporters to a gaming community that has chat rooms filled with white supremacist and anti-Semitic content. Essentially, from what I've seen in this, is memes. Now, I think we're past the time. We are long past the day where people have a excuse for not understanding meme culture. That is why it is my opinion that Mark DiStefano is a pathetic, slanderous, liable, slimy hack who completely understands meme culture, who completely understands that these are just edgy comment, but willingly will misrepresent it to hurt the potential political run of my friend Carl Benjamin. Now, this video is not going to help. See, people that write this kind of content, they never really learned about the Streisand effect. And if you are unfamiliar with that, it's quite simply, when you try to hide something, it gets amplified, right? This actually started out with, I believe, pictures of Barbara Streisand's house or something like that. Sargon of Akkad, one of UKIP's candidates for European elections, invited supporters to join a Discord server from a video on his YouTube channel last week. The private, and by the way, I will leave an archive link to this in case anything changes. The private gaming community used YouTube star UKIP candidate to recruit supporters for his European election campaign. Is rife with edgy content, support for the mosque jerk, and discussions about taking, doing bad things to European Parliament members. Now, of course, this is edgy talk. This is meme culture. I wonder if this guy would be writing the same article when everyone was memeing about the Sky King. All he wanted to do was a barrel roll. Rest in peace, Sky King. I wonder if this guy would write the same piece about 9/11 jokes or any dark humor, right? I believe that these folks fully understand that this is dark humor, edgy content, but they choose to willfully pretend like they don't understand it and that they're genuinely concerned. On Friday, April 12th, as a birthday gift to me, I'm sure, Benjamin posted a video to his Sargon of Akkad YouTube channel, which has almost 1 million subscribers, where gaming developer and self-proclaimed anti-feminist. I doubt he's called himself a game developer or an anti-feminist in a decade. Announces candidacy for European Parliament. Pinned in the top video comments, Benjamin said, join this campaign. People clicked the YouTube. They were given an invite. Yes, that's how Discord works. Over the past few days, that channel has been filled with hundreds of messages posted from users claiming to be both inside and outside the UK, offering to help Benjamin and ask how to make donations. It's almost like any normal political campaign. Outside the election channel, but within the Athens server, Benjamin has directed supporters that are other channels of discussion containing violent material. One user wrote, maybe we should start effing Eurocrats, preferably the ones unelected on the top, but alas, that would be wrong, and be wrong totally. Again, he took one out of context screenshot and wrote this entire article around it. Alas, we should not. I mean, you're talking about one edgy conversation with the names removed, completely removed of content. Another user in the same channel then addressed concerns that Benjamin's political opponents could use messages posted outside his MEP channel against him. They wrote, nah, Sargon's enemies are lazy enough just to slander the man with the article and go about their day. None of them are intelligent or driven enough to actually dig up dirt on here. And I think he's using that as like some sort of gotcha when you took 3 out of context Discord messages. The stated user rules for membership in Athens contained a channel called Tourist Information, tells users there is no not safe for work area in the server. Despite the warning, users have expressed support for Breton Tarrant. Again, mimetically, I'm sure. And again, this is the age-old guilt by association conversation. This is the, well, it happened on your Discord server, so you're supposed to be responsible for everything that happens there. I mean, the Quartering has a Discord server, and I never log into it. In fact, it's not even really my server anymore in there. It belongs to whoever's been in there the past however long. Okay? I don't spend all day on my Discord server. I don't have money to pay moderators. This is an unreasonable demand. Again, out of context, edgy chats from a Discord server. On March 11th, the reason over 100 nations have had to remove the Jewish people. Have you ever heard, if it smells like poop everywhere you go, maybe it's time you check your own shoe? I mean, that is not great. But again, Discord is a public area. You can no more blame Jack Dorsey for things people tweet than you can blame Carl Benjamin for things people say in his Discord server. I don't understand. I mean, this is such a simple thing that people understand outside of dishonest journalism. There are over 12,000 members in the Athens community. We are concerned about the alt-right infiltration, and we do have moderators to remove the unsavory contributors who make statements endorsing the far right. Due to the size of the server, some comments are missed by our moderation team. This is Carl. These comments are always removed, and the entire, quote, investigation by Buzzfeed is clearly a political attack on my candidacy. Well, it is, obviously. Discord has also been contacted about the messages in Athens. In an interview with BuzzFeed in 2017, Discord CEO Jason Citron said that the platform was committed to, quote, free speech, and it was inevitable that there be actors using the product for things that are not completely wholesome. Over the past few days, Benjamin's online activity has been put under the media spotlight, with questions being asked about UKIP's decision to recruit controversial YouTuber to run as star candidate in the upcoming European elections. Benjamin gained notoriety several years ago during Gamergate. According to an analysis by the Data Society, Benjamin has since become one of the most influential people popularizing far-right ideas on YouTube. That is an outright, absolute, provable lie. Carl Benjamin debates the alt-right. He despises the alt-right. I believe he was removed from Twitter for posting interracial gay prawn to the alt-right. All right? So this is a provable lie. Along with Scottish YouTuber Count Dankula and former InfoWars editor Prison Planet Benjamin joined. They called him Prison Planet. Why wouldn't you use his real name? That's weird. It's Paul Joseph Watson. Benjamin joined UKIP last year during the new party leader Gerard Baton's push to embrace prominent online personalities. At the same time, Baton's courtship of far-right personality Tommy Robinson, who was eventually brought in as an informal advisor to the UKIP party, led the former leader Nigel Farage quitting and setting up a competing party called the Brexit Party. Don said that he thought Benjamin's tweet at Jess Phillips was satire. That is the famous I wouldn't even, and it was satire. Before going on to suggest that the YouTuber's followers are the type of people the party was trying to reach out to. He's a classical liberal, Carl Benjamin. If you had him on and interviewed him he's precisely the type of person Nigel would have liked when he was leader, so he can open up access for us on social media, and that's who we want to reach out to. That's absolutely true. You can see the reach, obviously, here. The reach and the cherry picking and this is what Buzzfeed is. They're a bunch of hacks. If there's good reporters at Buzzfeed, I never see them. And you have important to know, Benjamin didn't dismiss the comments as satire like he did on the other tweet. He said that Discord server has a problem with moderation. So he's supposed to disavow everything everybody says on his Discord server. Let me clear up that statement. This guy is an absolute hack, and this is no doubt, absolutely no doubt, a political smear piece against Carl Benjamin, an attempt to guilt him by association, an outright, at best, this still contains outright lies. Now, I'm not Carl Benjamin. I'm sure he will respond. I imagine he will ask that you correct some of the many lies in this article. But it's just BuzzFeed, so obviously they won't. You can kiss my ass, Mark. Hack.